What's going on, people? Just the one-on-one on a check-in. Really don't want to zoom in. We'll get into why in a little bit, but the time is 1:55 in the morning. Um, Wanted to do a quick first impressions and last impressions. att.com and first impressions and last impressions of. There you go. Galaxy S4. Let's see if we can wake that bad boy up. There you go. Beautiful phone. Let's make it official. Yes, can we? Yeah, there you go. Focusing in. at&t S4. Make it official. I bought this. It's 1:55 in the morning. I bought this yesterday at 7 in the evening. $35 restocking fee, which I will have to pay. This is 32 gig. Focus in, baby. Don't make me look bad. Anyways, you can see that 32 gig. Let's see what else we got up in here. I'm gonna try not to make this video too long. Just wanna express my opinions on this phone and on my favorite phone, which I'm recording on right now, the HTC One. Let's see here. Now this is 32 gig. Just drop that on the floor. If you buy this phone brand new, that's how much it would cost. I paid $440 cash, and the rest was in debit. But yeah, expensive phone. Is it worth it? This is all my opinion, people. So don't be mad at me. But I believe it's not worth it. That's why I'm giving it back. One thing I love about this HTC is you can record video and turn on that flash. It's pretty cool. A lot of things about this phone are pretty cool. And we'll go over that real quick. Shout out to Flossy Floss. He usually tells you what he doesn't like about a phone, and then he tells you what he does like. I'm going to tell you what I do like, and then I'm going to tell you what I don't like. Some of these things might be a little retarded, you might think. But like I said, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. This is my opinion. In my opinion, on AT&T, on Sprint, and on T-Mobile, best phone out right now, HTC One. There's a lot of people who give biased reviews, and they go into a review, liking one phone more than the other. And honestly, every review that I've seen, let's take a look at that. Focus, baby. Okay, I shut off too fast. Jigster's S4, that's me, baby. Anyways, every review that I've seen, everybody says that this is a great phone, and blase. This phone beats out the HTC One in a couple categories. That HTC One beats out this phone in a couple categories. Excuse me. But at the end of every review, as far as, let's say, 8 out of 10, it ends up saying both phones are great. If I had to choose one, I would choose the HTC One, which would tell you something, But this phone is great. Holding it in hand, it feels pretty nice. I was pleasantly surprised. Even though it's plastic, it felt pretty nice in my hands. I got little hands. I'm only 5'3", 5'4", so it felt good in my hands. It's made out of all plastic, but it felt pretty good in the hand. And the the screen is gorgeous. It's phenomenal. It's a beautiful screen. Super AMOLED, full HD. It's a beautiful screen. I was really into the AMOLED screens for a long time. I was loving big phones. I was loving bigger screens. The AMOLED screen I was in love with because they're like cartoonish kind of, where they're not too realistic looking, but just, made things look extra colorful and extra nice. And now with the full HD, even nicer. One thing I liked about this camera, or this phone, is the camera. Let's see if I can tap that. Yep. The camera's awesome. But anyways, let's see one thing here. Okay. As you see, I'm recording off the HTC One. That's my big head. HTC One. Holla at me. But anyways, okay. The camera is good. Like I said, I've only had a couple hours this phone, so I can't really review how good it is in daylight. But there's plenty of videos that will show you that. I'm not gonna have a chance to review that because I'm returning it in a couple hours. But the camera in daylight is obviously great. Right now we're in low lighting, and this camera is pretty great. This camera on here, in my opinion, sucks in low lighting. But I hear people saying that the camera on HTC One isn't that great in regular lighting. Again, this is my opinion. I think the HTC One does phenomenal in regular lighting. Like I said, I haven't tested this one out in regular lighting, so I can't say which one is better. I'm pretty sure that the 13 megapixel on the S4 is better than the HTC One, and the HTC One does suck when zooming in. Now, I guess we could test that out. See how grainy it gets. Actually looks pretty horrible. See if we turn on the flash, if it'll look any better. Anyways, it does look pretty horrible. That's one thing to consider. If you're doing a lot of zooming in, then I guess this would be your choice. Realistically, I do take a lot of pictures with my smartphones, but it's never something that I'm really zooming in or anything like that. It's usually Instagram pictures, and when I'm on vacation, I take pictures too, but I'm not really zooming in. And I've had this phone for about a month now. As soon as it came out, I got it the day before it came out, and I'm happy with the camera, with the speakers. I'm talking about the HTC One now. Camera, the speakers are phenomenal. Now don't get it twisted. Everybody's talking about the speakers are really loud. They're not really loud, but they're extra crisp, and they are louder than most smartphones. Compared to the iPhone 5, it's louder. I'm not gonna say it's 100 times louder than the iPhone 5, but it is louder, and it's louder than all the other phones. Just not a whole lot louder, but it is a whole lot clearer, and it sounds pretty good. The screen on the HTC One is better in the aspect that this screen, you're not going to be able to pick it up now, but it's just so dim, and it's just not, I don't know why, it's just not bright. I don't know why Samsung, my Note 2 was like that. When you go into the browser, if it's a regular browser or a browser you downloaded, it just has like a yellow tint, and I think it sucks. I don't like it. That's one reason why I'm returning it. another reason I'm returning it, which might sound stupid, but on my HTC One, I downloaded AI keyboard, which allowed me to send out emojis, just like iPhone emojis. Let me send them out. Even without the keyboard, I'm able to receive emojis and view them on like Instagram and other things of that nature. And which I was surprised, pleasantly surprised. And when I got this phone, it has no support for emojis. I can't see them, I can't send them, I can't receive them, which kind of shocked me because this is running the latest Android 4.2.2, and Android 4.2.2 on the Nexus is the emojis are built into the keyboard, and you can receive and send emojis. And I don't know why Samsung would take that away. On my Note 2, you're not able to see them. On my Galaxy S3 that I had, you weren't able to see them. So might sound like a stupid reason, but that's another reason why I'm getting rid of this. What else? That's basically the main reasons why I'm getting rid of this phone. Is the screen. The screen is gorgeous, but it's just too dim for me. I like a bright screen. Had to download Bolt browser. That's another reason. Had to download Bolt browser. I downloaded a Flash player through the net. Flash player wasn't working on a regular browser, which I didn't understand because I did the same thing on my S3 and on my Galaxy Note 2. And on the stock browser, once I downloaded a Flash player from Adobe themselves, Flash player was working. But here it wasn't working. I had to download a separate, a different browser. And yeah, I mean, those are 3 reasons. You might find them dumb. Everybody's got their own preference. Another thing I liked being able to change my fonts. That's cool. But I just figured that running the latest software and being a Galaxy S4, the next big thing, that they would have implemented, emojis and Flash player, things like that. I mean, I'm not knocking the phone. I just, in my opinion, the HTC One is the best phone out right now in the US. Galaxy S4, I guess it would take number 2. But I'm not happy with it. Like I said, I've watched reviews over and over and over again, and I tell myself, you know what? The opinion I'm getting from all these reviewers is that these are both great phones, but the HTC One is just a better phone. This phone's slightly faster, but the HTC One is, I mean, you won't be able to see a difference in the speeds in day-to-day usage. That's really basically it. Also, there's a little stutter. You've seen, if you've watched other reviews, there's a little stutter on the Samsung S4. I haven't had any problems on my HTC. And yeah, I mean, if I could keep 2 phones, then I would definitely keep this one. I like how it feels in the hand. I love the Super AMOLED. But like I said, at the end of the day, is what you like better. Do you like a phone with rich sound, beautiful screen, and being able to customize it the way that you like. One thing I didn't like about my HTC One is, it didn't have the toggles, but there's an app called notification toggles. I'm gonna make another video reviewing my HTC One and the apps that I have on it. But it basically gives me toggles, and I could make toggles for apps and keep it up there. So that's pretty awesome. But it's late night. I'm rambling on, and like I said, this is just my opinion on why I don't like the S4 and why I am returning it. There's not too much that's changed. I played around with some of the gestures. Not really impressed by that anyways. I was dying for my Note 2 to get this gesture here. Let's see if I can grab it. I was dying. I even I even sent emails to HTC through Twitter. Not HTC, Samsung through Twitter, through Facebook. And when I was complaining, I was like, why doesn't at&t have the multi-view yet? You know, that's not fair. And I kept complaining, and finally we got it. And I only used it like once. You know, understand what I'm saying? And most of these features that are on this phone, the only time I would really use them is to show off to my friends and family members. Look what my phone can do, what the just can't, you know? And if you're the type of person that like doing that stuff, then this is the phone for you. If you don't mind, you know, the screen being a little dim, this is the phone for you. If you don't mind a couple of things missing that you know that other Android phones can do, then this is the phone for you. One thing that made me laugh was this sensitivity when you're wearing gloves. Like, I've never really used my phone wearing gloves. I don't use gloves at all, even if it's cold outside. That's just me, so that kind of made me laugh. I would never use that screen capture. I didn't get it there, but I would use that from time to time. But as far as these gestures where you're flipping it like this and flipping like this to go to the bottom, I could just, you know, I could just flip up and down. That's not a problem. I mean, there's some occasions where you can use that if your hands are dirty, and you know, but you're still gonna have to touch the button to turn it on. And if you want to turn it off, or if you just let it manually turn off, I don't know. Like I said, it's 2 in the morning. I'm rambling. These are my opinions on the brand new S4 HTC One. Thumbs up. S4, you come in second place. Forgive for all the rambling. Like I said, just my opinion. You guys spend your money on what you want to spend your money on. I bought the 32 gig. I got a 32 SD card in here. Hopefully I won't forget. Actually, I'm gonna take it out once I finish this video. That's a good thing when you could expand the storage. But I bought a 64 gig HTC One, so I don't think I'm gonna be needing too much storage. I think 64 gigs is good enough. And so I was gonna give this to my son, but he fell in love with my HTC One, and I'm gonna pick him up the black version tomorrow, 32 gig, because he don't need all those gigs, and I'm trying to save some money. But yeah, sorry for the rambling. These are just my opinions again. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Jigs the 101. Gonna do a review maybe tomorrow, or maybe later on the HTC One. Probably have my son's phone and record it off his phone. I'm gonna try to do it in the daylight so you get a better view. Alright, take care, have a good night. I'm tired, about to knock out.